Hi everybody, welcome back to Living Our American Dream. Today, first thing this morning I went out and I cut up a bunch of firewood. If you follow this channel, the two boys and I have been cutting some old dead ash trees out in the woods and actually putting them up for sale as firewood, one face cord at a time. We've sold 3 face cords so far. Haven't really tried that hard, to be honest. The woods has been really wet, but usually I go back and I'll cut up a bunch of rounds and I'll leave them piled up, and when I get a chance, I'll walk back to the woods with the Fisker splitting axe and I'll split and split and split, and when the ground freezes and we have time to go back there, we'll take the tractor back and we'll get a load of firewood, pile it up, and put our advertisement back up and sell firewood. So I did that this morning. Maybe we'll stop by there in a few minutes here and split a few pieces around before we come back up for supper. But right now, we're running out of daylight right now, but I want to go out and put some maple taps in the trees. Now today is January, I think it's the 25th, and it is extremely early in mid-Michigan to be doing maple taps. But the weather that we've had, and I'm not really seasoned at the sugaring process. I've only been doing this for a few years, and each year the end of February is when we get our first cook. So sometime during February is when we start getting maple sap to flow, and it's usually the last weekend in February. For the last 2 years it's been that we do our first big cook for the season to kind of kick everything off. So this is the end of January, but with the weather that we've been having, the warm, the cold, the warm, the cold, the ground's not even frozen this year. So I'm gonna put 4 taps out right now and just see what we get. That'll kind of give me an indication of when I need to have the rest of them out. So let's go put these in the trees.
Here we are getting weights for the tops of our buckets so that they will not fly away in the wind.
Angle it down just a little bit. Nope, other way. Angle it up. There you go. Just a little bit. Okay, pull out.
Right now?
Yeah, keep the drill moving. Pull it out. Now back in. Now you want to go about halfway on that drill bit. Pull it out. You have to go straight in and straight out. You can't go sideways. A little bit more. Is there any sap coming out of that when you drilled it?
Look at this, it's wet.
Is it wet? Is there any coming out of
right there, right there.
Can you see that, Mike?
Right there.
I think so, yeah. I think so.
Pull your finger out of there, Mark. So that does not look like it's running by any means, but it's definitely got sap
Coming out of it.
coming up into the tree. So you're going to take this. Remember, you want to go nice and easy. Keep going. Right there. And then you're going to set your bucket up. Make sure she's on flat ground. Run that in the side. Sit your lid on. Try to keep as much junk out of there as you can, and then put your weight on. Watch out. The bucket's going to sit here, right? So we're going to put the bucket where we're going to sit it at. Turn the hole towards the tree, and then we'll measure just using, oh, you know what, look at that. I don't want to go in the very same spot we did before, so we can go to the edge of it a little bit,
here,
or we can go up one of these other veins. That actually looks like last year's hole. Let's go to another spot. Let's come back over to the sunny side of the tree. Let's see. Where is it? So you guys just seen the back side of this tree, the hole that we had before. Mike, if you look right here, we've got another tap right here that we've had in the past. So what you want to do is you want to stay away from those spots and let the tree heal. But you also want to stay away from, it's almost like a scar tissue that the tree is going to get. So we're going to kind of go in between this and that, about, I'd say right here, Mark.
Right here.
Okay. And this one happens to be, there you go, tip it down. Happens to be just on the south side. That's good. So the south side of the tree will end up getting sun first and potentially yield sap
Yep,
earlier.
There's sap.
Yep. And as we're drilling, we want to make sure that the wood that comes out of the drill is nice and light colored. If you get like a dark colored wood, that means that's a rotted part of the tree. And we're just using a rubber mallet here, and we don't want to tap it so hard that it splits the wood, but we want to tap it hard enough that it seals it in there. Yep, move your tools out of the way. Slide that right up towards the tree. Right up in there. If we need a stick, here, try this. Sit that under the edge of the bucket. That'll give it something to sit on. Push the hose out. There you go. There you go. There's your lid. There's your weight.
On to the next tree.
There you go. Across this water hole right here, buddy. There's an oak and a maple right next to each other. We're doing all these in front of the woods, so they're
It's this one, right?
easier to go check out. Yeah, there'll be a spot here where we tapped before too.
Somewhere maybe
You find what you think is a good spot.
good spot.
Well, there's two veins right here, Mark.
Find one right here.
Did
I'm
you
looking.
find any old tap holes?
Oh, yep, right here.
Okay, so you want to stay
Not right there.
not right next to them.
Right
At
here.
least a few inches
Oh,
away.
that's the top hole. Nope.
Where's your other one?
That's a
And was there one over right here? So we can go in the middle of here probably. So let's
Oh, yeah,
let's slide it up. Sit right there. Give us enough room. I'd say about right here.
Here.
Yep. Don't angle it up too high. More. Nope. Sorry, less. There you go. Almost straight in. You want to go almost straight in, just a little bit down. Good. You gotta keep the drill straight. See how the drill's wobbling around? You're gonna end up with an oval-shaped hole. If you get an oval-shaped hole, it'll leak around the outsides of this cap. Just a hair more, probably. Good, good. The deeper the hole, the harder it'll be for the tree to heal. See how thin the bark is right here, and you get right into the wood, so we really only need
Mark,
this
move your
first
head.
half inch. But the reason that we go a little bit more is because you're gonna tap this thing in, part of that, and we don't want to completely plug it with our tap. There you go. A little more. A little more. Good. Go ahead and set your bucket up. Sit your lid on there. Put your weight on there. Alright.
found one on this side.
We put this one. If I go here, keeps us away from other stuff. Any holes right here that you see?
No.
Why don't you try to put one like right anywhere right here? Fine. Yep.
Oh, I found a hole.
Too low. There you go. Straight out. Good. Nice white chip. Good. There you go. Got a little junk in our bucket this time.
You ever heard of mine?
I'm waiting. I'm seeing if there's any coming up right now.
He's looking for sap.
So far, I don't see any.
It's alright. Tap her in there, buddy. You shouldn't need a stick there, just sit her down there. It's somewhat flat.
The weight, if you put the weight on it.
Put your weight up towards the tree farther. There you go. That'll work. Well, we're not going to split this whole pile right now because Mom just called and we're not my mom, Michael's mom. Michael's doing the videoing. But anyway, it's time for supper, so we're going to head up and get something to eat and probably call it good for today. So thanks for watching this video. We'll catch you on the next one.